My name is Liora, and I am a magical law consultant. Some might say I am a mediator between realms, a guide for those who wish to navigate the delicate threads of arcane contracts and enchanted agreements. But truly, I am simply someone who helps others understand the laws that bind magic and intention, so that fairness and clarity may prevail. Before we begin, let us make the space calm. The world of magical law can feel complex, even overwhelming. That is why I keep my office quiet and steady, with only the faint sound of candle flames and paper turning to accompany us. You may feel safe here, free to breathe and consider your questions carefully. Let us start by reviewing your case. I lay out my quills and scrolls. Each pen has been enchanted with a minor clarity rune, allowing it to capture your words faithfully and without bias. Now, tell me what has brought you here. Perhaps an enchanted agreement has gone awry, or a binding contract seems unfair. Speak slowly, and I will record your words carefully. Nothing is rushed in this room. Words carry weight, and they deserve to be captured fully before interpretation. As you speak, I make notes on parchment, my quill gliding smoothly across the surface. I do not just write what is said, I capture the tone, the subtle emphasis, the intention behind each phrase. Magic is subtle, and the law often hinges on these delicate details. Now that we have your account, I will consult the Codex Arcanum. This book is ancient, its pages infused with wisdom and guidance from countless magical practitioners. It shifts as I read, revealing clauses and interpretations relevant to your situation. Observe how I highlight sections interest. I use a wand of silver wood to trace the passages. It glows faintly, ensuring that the relevant text becomes easy to follow without disturbing the rest of the codex. Sometimes magical lore is straightforward. Sometimes it is as twisting as a river through mountains. My role is to illuminate the path, showing where agreements may be clarified, modified, or respected without causing harm. Now, let us consider the clauses in your contract. Here is a line that mentions binding energy. This means that the agreement carries a minor enchantment to ensure compliance. However, the wording is ambiguous. Until the next full moon could imply the literal night of the moon or the entire lunar cycle. We must interpret it with care. I mark the ambiguity with a small rune of clarity, a subtle note for future reference. The Codex agrees that such annotations can prevent disputes before they arise. Next, we consider the obligations of both parties. In magical contracts, intent is just as important as the words themselves. Even if the wording seems fair, a misaligned intention can cause enchantments to backfire or contracts to fail. We review each section slowly, confirming alignment with intention and outcome. Now, I will perform a minor verification spell. It does not alter the contract, only illuminates potential points of conflict. Watch the glow as it moves along the text. It pulses gently, highlighting areas that may require amendment. As we proceed, I explain each clause in natural language. No need for jargon or arcane terms, party is present, I guide the discussion carefully, ensuring that each side speaks truthfully and that magical safeguards prevent misunderstanding. Neutrality is essential, and my presence stabilizes the room. We move now to amendments. A contract may need slight adjustments, dates, terms, clarifications, so that all parties can agree without risk of enchantment misfires. I draft these amendments in a new scroll, marking them with protective runes. Once the amendments are written, I read them aloud, slowly. Hearing the words reinforces clarity and allows you to feel the intention of the agreement. Magic responds to intention, and spoken words are powerful. Now we practice a small sealing spell. It binds the amendments to the original contract, not in a restrictive way, but in a protective, clarifying way. The magic ensures that the contract remains stable and comprehensible for all involved. I also provide guidance on potential future disputes. Magic and law are intertwined, and foresight prevents conflict. I mark these notes with subtle symbols that act as reminders, not enchantments, for you to consult if ever questions arise. Next, we review the responsibilities of each party once more, ensuring that understanding flows equally. This is often the most important step. Clarity prevents unintended consequences. I watch your reactions carefully. Sometimes people are relieved simply to have their questions answered. Sometimes the calmness of knowing the contract is fair brings a deep, invisible light to the aura. Now we conclude the consultation. I roll up the amended scroll, secure it with a ribbon woven from moonlight threads, and mark it with a minor protective seal. This ensures the document remains intact, readable, and stable. Before you leave, I offer a small charm for clarity. It does not enforce the contract, but reminds you to consider intentions carefully in all magical interactions. leave it here. Its purpose is to foster mindfulness. Finally, I invite you to take a few breaths. Let the calm from this consultation settle into your thoughts. You may return at any time for review, questions, or guidance on future magical agreements. The work of the magical law consultant is subtle, precise, and profoundly stabilizing. You leave not only with clarity of contract, but with a renewed sense of security, knowing that intention and word are aligned, and that magic and fairness walk together. May your agreements remain true, your intentions steady, and your path free of unforeseen entanglements. You are welcome here whenever clarity is needed. For magical law is always easier to navigate with guidance and care.